Boom, 8 eggs. Got the best in the business. Honeycrisp apples and some bananas. 12 pounds of beef. Probably the healthiest cart in the grocery store. Oh my gosh, just whipped this up. Injury update right here. Oh my. Wow. Absolutely beautiful morning. This never gets old. Waking up first thing, getting outside in the sun. Wow, that is bright, but that feels really good. What's up, boys? Welcome to today's video. I'm gonna be taking you through my day. We got some things planned. We're going to Costco later. Haven't been there in a minute, so I'm super excited for that. For now, let's get the morning routine done. Let's get into a high frequency state. Let's get some deep work done. It's Wednesday, right? Yeah, it's Wednesday. So, got a bunch of things to do. Middle of the week. I'm excited. So something I've been adding in my morning routine is sea salt, but I just take a pinch out of the bag and put it directly into my mouth. And that way it just directly gets absorbed into my bloodstream. And I do that as soon as I wake up. And then I'll take my supplements. I also started taking these Food of the Gods, and it has a bunch of cool stuff, but honestly I don't really know. I already have a really clean diet, so I don't really know how much that's going to benefit me, but it's always cool to try new supplements. Let's finish up the routine. I can tell it is starting to get closer and closer to summer here because it's April now, and that here is when it starts getting hot. Like, it's already probably 68 out right now, and it's 8:30 in the morning. And in the summer it gets, I don't even know, 80s here first thing in the morning. Sometimes it can be absolutely brutal, but this is my favorite time of the year. Springtime, right around now. It's perfect weather out. Like mid 70s throughout the day, clear skies, so cannot complain. Right now getting the walk in, and I'm being blasted with sun, but feels great. Nice little 10-minute walk to start off the day. It's got to be my favorite part of the day, seriously. I mean, look at that. All right, so just got the morning routine done. Now it's time to hop into the daily tasks, and I love having this system because it keeps everything really organized. But I like doing some deep work in the morning, going to edit a couple of videos and do some other things. Nothing too exciting, but I like to get a nice little work block in first thing in the morning. Just wrapped up a ton of work. I love this setup. It allows me to get a lot of work done with the 2 monitors, but now I'm very hungry and gonna go make the first meal of the day. If you know me, you probably know what it is, but let me show you. Boom, 8 eggs, cheese, cook that in some ghee, and I would usually have a Honeycrisp apple, always having a piece of fruit along with the first meal, but I do not have any apples, so gonna do something else for the fruit. But this is the meal I have pretty much every single morning, eggs and fruit, because gives me the protein, gives me a little bit of carbohydrates to get the day going. But whenever I used to have oatmeal or bagels or bread, whatever it is, first thing in the morning, I would just get a ton of brain fog and I would crash. So didn't work for me. I like doing this, protein and fruit. All right, so taking it outside. Whoa, that's hot because it is so nice out. UV is 9 today. Got the eggs right here. We got the tape for the shoulder because we're still recovering from the shoulder injury. But absolutely amazing. Can taste the chili powder in there. Oh man, like there's actually nothing better than eating a nice meal, some eggs, some orange juice, out in the sun. Like this is the simple things that I love doing. It just make such a drastic difference in my quality of life. eating a nice nutritious meal outside in the sun. That's it. And walking. And then lifting. That's it. Like, that's literally it. So I've also only been tracking protein recently, so it makes it really easy. 8 eggs, just put that in. Don't even need to weigh it. And then the cheese, I weigh it. But that way I don't have to spend a bunch of time tracking like this. And I don't need to track my calories right now because I know that I'm in a caloric deficit. But I know how much I need to eat because I've tracked my calories previously. So I think tracking calories in general is a good tool to start off with, but long term, it's not necessary. And that's the great thing, is that when I learned how to eat properly, how to track my calories over the span of 3 to 6 months, I was just able to apply all that information in my life. And it wasn't just some meal plan or some diet or some routine. It was the things I learned, how to actually eat, how to estimate how much I need to eat, how much I want to eat, how to get my protein in without tracking it. All those things are just life-changing habits that can be learned over the course of a couple of months that can keep people in really good shape for a long time. I'm not like too strict on my diet. I just, I kind of am. I'm not, it's just like, I don't think of myself as strict because I don't want to go out and get donuts or Chick-fil-A. Like I don't want to, but I don't restrict myself at all. So I'm gonna wrap up that meal and then get some more work done. Nothing too exciting. So I have a confession. Well, not really, but I do not like, obviously, to be addicted to any sort of substance. And coffee is one of the things where I never had it, never really took it, and then I started doing it more and more and more. And now I'm at the point where I do it 6 days a week, but I make sure that there's one day I take off without the coffee. And honestly, it's so much placebo because I'm fine right now. Like today's the day I'm doing it, no coffee. But in my head, I'm like, oh, like I'd be so much more productive if I had the coffee. But I know it's just all in my head. Anyway, though, it kind of sucks with no coffee. I might just start doing 7 days a week because honestly, it helps me be more productive. Like I can think so much clearer, but we'll see. Definitely don't want to be reliant on it, and I don't want to go a day without it and I have a splitting headache. That would be not fun. But anyway, have the pre-workout meal right here. Not much of a meal, more like a snack. But salt, banana, and honey. Absolutely amazing. Maybe I'll toss some cinnamon on there too, but just to get in some carbohydrates before this workout. Heading over to the gym right now for some shoulders and arms. And 3 months ago, you may or may not know, but I broke my shoulder snowboarding, and I haven't been able to lift on the right side of my body at all. But I am starting to go through the motions, start using some very light weight on my right side. So it's been a slow recovery, but it's all good. Just got to do the daily tasks that are putting me forward. And if I was just focused on the end goal of me being able to use my shoulder this entire time, I would be making no progress. But since I've been focused on the rehab and the small tasks, the exercises every single day, I've actually been making a lot of progress. And it's the same thing with life when we're just so focused on, getting in really good shape or, making the money or whatever it is, and we're not focused on the inputs, we don't make any progress to those goals. And that's what this kind of mini life lesson has been for me, is just focusing on doing these boring exercises every single day that are going to lead to me fully rehabbing my shoulder. So about to head in there, quick 30-minute workout, nothing too exciting. So just wrapped up at the gym, nice little quick workout. Now about to head over to Costco. I haven't been there in a solid minute, and I'm a lot busier now that I've taken on this new role at this marketing startup. And so I can't be going to the grocery store like twice a week, 3 times a week like I used to. So I need to stock up for like a couple weeks right now today. So let's go do that. Here we are. I have not been here in quite a long time, but I'm excited. Gonna get a bunch of things. No way they have these for less than 10 bucks. These are actually so good, but I'm cutting. I don't want the extra calories. I'm gonna grab some of these. The ingredients are actually pretty clean, and these are super convenient. Grabbed some Celsius. Those are one of my guilty pleasures, to be honest, but regardless, they're not too bad. It's just some artificial sweeteners, nothing major. Got the best in the business, Honeycrisp apples and some bananas. I'm gonna get some milk too. I like this one. Grabbed a couple other things, and the very last item, some Parmesan cheese. 12 pounds of beef, probably the healthiest cart in the grocery store. Wow. So the total was $219, and that's about 2 weeks worth of food for me. So just over 100, it's not bad at all. Not bad at all. And everything organic too. So very, very affordable. So I'm about to film a reel on this, but I thought I would break it down into its bare bones so you can easily apply these principles to your lifestyle and the way that you want to eat. So essentially, I base all of my meals around protein, around high quality sources of protein. So I have 3 meals every single day. 1, eggs. 2 is usually ground beef, and then 3 is Greek yogurt. And so for these next 2 weeks, those are the 3 main meals that I want to have. And then I think, okay, I got my source of protein: salmon, chicken, beef, yogurt, eggs. What do I need to build around that in order to make it taste good while also being healthy? So for the eggs, got some Parmesan cheese, and then I'll have a glass of milk, and then usually a Honeycrisp apple along with that. And then for the Greek yogurt, I'll have some berries and some bananas with that. And then lastly, for the ground beef, I'll have some avocado and some rice. And it's really that simple. Finding a source of protein, building around it, and then obviously Celsius, not a meal, but I need the energy. So this entire thing, I'm pretty sure this was everything. $219, about 2 weeks worth of groceries. Well, actually the Celsius is like 20 bucks alone. So more like 180, but 190. Very, very simple. So second meal of the day, some avocado with ground beef, and I'm cutting right now, but when I start bulking, I'm gonna add in that rice. Gonna give me some carbohydrates, and I always say like how much I love food and how much I love these meals, but it actually never gets old. I literally eat the same thing every single day, variations of the same thing, and I love every single meal. And that's why I talk so much about the food itself, because my body just subconsciously craves it because of also how good it makes me feel. But low carbohydrate meal again, avocado, ground beef, and we have to head off here in a bit. Just like that, 85 grams of protein, absolutely delicious. Gotta kill this and head out. All right, just finished up that meal, showered, changed, heading over to a work event right now. And funny story, like literally as I'm leaving, my partner calls me, he goes like, yo, what are you wearing? And I'm like, polo shirt, jeans, maybe some white sneakers. He's like, you have dress shoes? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I'm wearing a blazer. So I just, anyway, put up this little outfit last minute. But going over to the city of San Jose, downtown, there's gonna be a bunch of business owners at this event. So I'm gonna network, see if we can help anyone out with our marketing services. And I've never been to an event like this one specifically. A little like what is it called? A mixer is what it's called. So it'll be interesting. So just wrapped up that event, went to 2 different events, met a bunch of people, didn't record. I wasn't gonna walk in there with my phone out, but very cool. Met a bunch of other business owners, other people in the San Jose area. and now I'm heading home. Actually, I'm gonna head to Whole Foods. I know I went to Costco earlier, but I wanna get some steaks, and Whole Foods has the best steaks, so about to head over there. All right, we got the steak. I'm browsing for some honey products because they have a wide selection, and I might want to try some new things. So just got back from Whole Foods, and I got something in the mail that I am really excited for. Pre-workout mints. So one of the problems that I used to have, especially when I would have pre-workout in the scoop, I would always have to bring it with me everywhere, or bring a shaker. I would have to bring the shaker with me, put a scoop in, fill it up with water, and it was just so inconvenient. And especially now that I'm working and I'm a lot more busy, I don't have time for that. I don't want to be carrying around a shaker with me. And on top of that, the pre-workout, the scoop, the powder, it takes 20 to 30 minutes for the ingredients to actually hit. So for optimal performance, you have to time it and all of this stuff. But my boy Max created Kalos, and they're dropping next week. He actually sent me these out, and there's 30 mints in here, and I can bring these literally anywhere with me. So I'm so excited to start using these, because I'm gonna slip them in my backpack, take 1, 2, 3 mints, 80 milligrams each of caffeine, alpha GPC, L-citrulline for blood flow, and these dissolve in 2 to 3 minutes. So there's no more pouring the pre-workout in, or even energy drinks can be super inconvenient. I don't have a place to store an energy drink in my car to keep it cool. So what do I do when I go from the office to the gym? It's not ideal, but these I can literally have anywhere, and I can put them in my gym bag, get to the gym, pop them, good to go. So I'm genuinely so excited to start using these. This isn't even paid. My boy Max just sent me these out for free, and it's his company. He just got out of college trying to make this work. And I think this is genuinely going to be a game changer, because there is nothing else like this. So I'm excited to start using these. But if you want to check out Kalos on Instagram, I'm dropping next week. Pretty cool stuff there, but full review coming tomorrow, because I haven't even tried them yet. Oh my gosh, just whipped this up. Camera never does justice. We got blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, and then I added some of this Purely Elizabeth granola. I literally have a whole stash of that stuff, and some Ceylon cinnamon and some honey. And wow, that stuff is absolutely amazing. Easy, 45, 50 grams of protein every single time. So I'm gonna kill that, and then I have a lot more work to get done. So just wrap that up. About to get a bunch of work done, edit some videos, build some things out. I'm so excited. I honestly love work. I love what I'm doing right now with these videos, and I love what I'm doing with this marketing agency. So I'm really excited. I'm just obsessed with the work, obsessed with, I can't wait to be able to lift again, like I talked about this morning, just sticking to the process throughout everything, just falling in love with the process of building a company, of building a brand for myself, making content, just falling in love with everything. And it's the same thing with fitness, falling in love with eating the healthy meals. That's why I just made that Greek yogurt bowl. It's absolutely delicious. I love it, and it's going to help me get those results. And it's the same thing with working out, falling in love with lifting. When you fall in love with the process, you start to get the end goal. So, about to get some work done and then wrap up. It's already 9:15, so pretty long day. Just got a ton more work done. You can probably hear this music right now, but I had one of these nut butter filled Hue bars. Why? Because I'm addicted to sugar. But no, I'm just kidding. But I don't know why I had it, honestly. This is the importance of, I'm not perfect with my diet, but that was a very clean option. But this is the importance of not keeping BS in the house. Because if that wasn't literally right next to my desk, I would have not eaten it. And that's the problem I used to have, is I used to keep cookies, ice cream, all that shit in the house. Thankfully, I only keep chocolate in the house, which is not bad at all. But it's all good. I enjoyed that little piece of chocolate. And now it's 11, so I'm going to start wrapping up for the night. I want to get a ton of sleep tonight. I'm super sleep deprived, which is not good. So I'm going to do my routine, which consists of a walk right now. I got to get some steps in, so let's go outside and do that. Injury update right here. So, cutting down for summer, but we still got the tape on this side, and I don't know if you can tell from this angle, but yeah, you can. My body's lopsided, which sucks, but starting to lift a little bit on this side and gonna get this side of my body back eventually these next couple of months. So just got that walk done, and I don't really like doing the walks right before bed because it raises the heart rate, and raising the heart rate right before bed is not good because I want to be able to fall asleep as quickly as possible. And that means my heart rate needs to be as low as possible. That's why things like meditation are really good before bed. But got to do whatever it takes. Got to still get the steps in. And now is the time of the night when I create the most leverage in my life because I plan out every single day the night before, as well as I pack whatever I need in my backpack, and I put out my outfit for the next day. This makes it so that right when I wake up, I know exactly what I have to do. Every single second of my day is planned out, and there's no time to even think about what to do because I have it all written down. So, do that every single night, and it's helped me so much over the last couple of months especially. So about to head off here to bed, just doing the last part of my nightly routine, which is a 5-minute journal. I used to do that at the beginning of the day, but I found that like I had no thoughts going through my head first thing in the day. Like the only thing I was thinking about was like what I need to do for the day. So like the journal wasn't really reflective, but doing it towards the end of the day, I get to like sit there for 5 minutes right before I go to bed and just relax, write down, thoughts for the day. And I have a lot of thoughts flowing right when I go to bed. So it's good to get those out on paper. And at the end of the day, with the routines, it's all about figuring out what works for you. And I'm always revising my routines. Recently I also just switched up like something. I used to do my cold shower and then hydrate, then drink the water and electrolytes. But now I started doing the hydration first. So it's all just about making those minor tweaks, seeing exactly what works best for you. So I will see you boys in the next video, and gonna have a couple more videos out this week. Stay active. Peace out, boys.